their income. If we all do that, we can all win.
Prudential, bring your challenges.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Erica Gonzalez. Welcome to Viewpoint. This morning, we are talking about changing minds at the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo. The expo is this weekend, January 9th and 10th at the Washington Convention Center. Joining me this morning is Ryan Newcomb of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention in the area and Kent Alford, Executive Director of Behavior Sciences with Adventist Healthcare. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Absolutely.
Ryan, I want to start with you first. Tell me a little bit about the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and then specifically what your role will be with us, partnering again with us at the Expo.
Absolutely, and we're so glad to be back with NBC this year in the Changing Minds program. AFSP is a voluntary health organization. We work as a nonprofit to help prevent suicide. It's the second leading cause of death for 10 to 24-year-olds in America and locally, and it's the 10th leading cause of death overall. So our work is with a bold goal to reduce suicide in the United States 20% by the year 2025. And that's through research, education, awareness, and public policy law changes. And so for us, mental health, making sure that it's okay to get help and that that message is conveyed to the public and that we are smart about mental health as a society are top priorities for us.
Ryan, tell me about AFSP and specifically about the type of help that it was giving the community, let's say 10, 15 years ago, and is there more assistance being provided now, perhaps now that we as a society are starting to take the stigma off of mental health? Are you seeing more people reaching out?
Absolutely, and I hope that we're a part of leading that. I think we are nationally and locally. We have grown exponentially in that time period that you talk about, and just in the past few years. We've gone from hundreds of walkers locally to many thousands of walkers and tens of thousands across the Mid-Atlantic region. And so we're really working to engage people, make sure that they know that they can reach out for mental health services and that they can get help. They can call the crisis number and the crisis line when they are struggling, or when they see their loved ones, coworkers, or friends struggling as well.
All right. And you mentioned walks because that's something that we partner together on. We just did a walk in October.
Right. You did 4 or 5, and I think you had MCs at all of them, so
Exactly.
It was great.
All right. I want to move on to you now. Kent, tell me about your organization and specifically the role that you all will be playing with us at the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo.
Absolutely, Erica. I just want to say that I'm representing Adventist Healthcare, Behavioral Health, and Wellness Services. Our main campus is in Rockville, but we do have hospitals in both Tacoma Park, Maryland, as well as Eastern Shore and Montgomery County. And currently we provide services to children, adolescents, and adults that are in psychic distress, could be depression, schizophrenia, anxiety disorders, even drug abuse. We do provide services to support them. If they come in and they are acutely ill, which means that they are a threat to themselves or others, we do have inpatient units that can stabilize them. And once they get better, we do have step-down programs, which is a day hospital where we provide services to support them to continue to integrate back into the community, as well as wellness clinics now that actually help maintain the person's mental health while they're in the community.
How long has it been since you guys started partnering with us, and why choose the Expo? Why say, you know what, these are 2 very important days and we need to be there to show face, we need to be there to shake hands, to answer questions? Why choose the Expo to do that?
So this is going to be our first year. And we thought this would be a great forum for us because we're in a push to really make people aware of how important behavioral health maintenance is. It's not just seeing someone...
Behavioral health maintenance, I like that, because it's a process. It's an ongoing process, isn't it?
Absolutely. And we don't want people to come when they're acutely ill. Perhaps a person needs a checkup, relationship issues, could be because of school, because of stressors that are causing anxiety. We want to be that agency that is able to offer services to help people to talk to listen to, and offer support services as they move through the community.
Do people approach, Ryan, in your experience at the Expo, do people come with questions for themselves, or are they coming with questions about, you know what, I'm concerned for my loved one?
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
what are the needs that you all are seeing at the expo?
I think it runs the gamut. We have people that have lost loved ones to suicide, which is very much a leading cause of death, as we said. And they come up and they want resources for loss and bereavement. They want resources for dealing with their grief with their family. And then they have people still struggling. The suicide, in many cases, can be a genetic factor in someone's life, and so it's something that you have to look at from that perspective. But the expo has been just an incredible opportunity for us to engage the public, bring people out, get them involved in our organization and the different things we're doing to educate the public. And you know, as Kent was saying, you know, mental health is part of your brain, you know, and it's just like any other organ in your body. A diabetic wouldn't refuse insulin, and so in the same way, we have to look at our brains and our mental health as our physical health. It is the same thing, one and the same, and so that's very important to us.
All right, stay with us. We are back with more Viewpoint after this short break.
It's so peaceful up there.
Enjoy the freedom to go far, far away. Hurry in and get a Jeep Cherokee 2015 Four-Wheeler of the Year during the Jeep Year-End Blockbuster Sales Event. Ends January 4th. See Star Wars. Get 0% financing for 75 months or $3,500 total cash allowance on the 2015 Jeep Cherokee Limited 4x4.
Bob, your Chadwick bedroom is just the ticket for the 3 S's: storage, study, and sleep.
All built to last and just $6.99 for the whole kit and caboodle.
Dresser, mirror, desk, and twin panel bed.
Want a bookcase headboard instead? Still only $6.99.
In your choice of oak, white, or espresso.
Did I say that it's still only $6.99?
Great quality, outstanding choice, and untouchable value.
Only at My Bob's Discount Furniture, in-store or at mybobs.com.
It's the year-end blowout sale at Mattress Discounters. Save big on Sealy, Serta I-Series, Tempur-Pedic, and more. Get weekend doorbuster deals on spring air sets starting at just $57 each piece. Up to half off adjustable bases and a free box spring with any Sealy or Sealy Posturepedic mattress. Plus, buy any mattress set and get 2 jumbo pillows for 99 cents. Or buy any Tempur-Pedic set and get 2 free Tempur-Pedic pillows, plus a $100 gift card.
Opportunity has no slow season, no off days or downtime. Opportunity is everything you make of it. This winter, take advantage of our season's best offers on the latest generation of Cadillacs. Current GM lessees can get this low mileage lease on this ATS from around $269 per month or purchase with 0% APR financing. Visit your Washington, D.C. Cadillac dealer.
Thanks for joining us this morning on Viewpoint. I'm Erica Gonzalez, and we are talking about changing minds at the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo, January 9th and 10th. And joining me this morning, Ryan Newcomb of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, or otherwise known as AFSP, and Kent Alford with Adventist Healthcare. Thanks again for joining us, gentlemen. We're talking about the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo. So I want to know, for the people that are watching this that would like to approach one of the booths and talk to you all, what are the types of resources that you'll have available, to the people, to the folks over that weekend?
Right. Well, AFSP, we hope to provide an array of resources for military families, in particular in preventing suicide in military families. As 1 in 5 suicides is a military veteran or active duty soldier, and so that's important to us. The LGBT community and reaching out to them and the ways to do that are very important to us. We're going to be doing a presentation called Talk Saves Lives on reaching out to your loved ones in crisis and what to do when you're concerned and the signs and warning signs to look for. And we have a program called More Than Sad for teenagers and high school students where, again, it's the second leading cause of death in America is suicide. And so we want to get out there, talk about this, break the stigma around it, and let people know that it's okay to get help and that this is preventable.
Kent, what about for Adventists?
Wow, we have an array of services we're going to present at the Expo. The first thing is we're going to have Dr. Marissa Leslie. She's one of our psychiatrists. She's going to present about anxiety and depression and what it looks like and how, to get help for it. I'm doing a presentation as well on seasonal affective disorder. What is it? This time of year, people get depressed. In wintertime, lack of sunlight, people have depressed symptoms. What does that look like? And how do you get resources and support for it? We're going to have light therapy lamps. That's one of the treatments for seasonal affective disorder that patients can use or people can use, and we plan to have that at the Expo. In addition, we plan to have stress balls. These are balls that you can just pull in your hands.
Those really work?
They work.
Really?
They work. Yes, they do. In fact, sometimes if I'm on 495, I catch myself using a stress ball.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, so we're going to have stress balls. We're going to have brochures, pamphlets. We'll have some educational information about how to recognize when you have a mental illness, something that takes you away from your normal activities.
I'm glad that you bring that up, the recognition part, because I think it's really key for people, whether they are the ones themselves that are dealing with some sort of mental health illness, or if it's their loved one and they're noticing something's off, they're not themselves, we can't quite put our finger on it, but how do you know what the warning signs are? What are the warning signs? Yeah.
Well, when we talk about, particularly for anxiety disorder, anything that causes your vital signs to increase, if you have increased sweating, if you're finding your voice going up and your heart rate is moving faster, your blood pressure is increasing, that could be a sign that you're having some level of anxiety or even an anxiety attack, which is the worst case scenario. So at the Expo, we do plan to educate, present, and tell folks where to go to get help if they find themselves in that situation.
And this is an area where people run very fast, very hard. The jobs are fast-paced. People are stressed out. They're cooped up in their cars, on the roads, going and coming. And this really is a very stressful environment. Exactly. So what are some of the tools, just the way that we provide at the Expo, talking about good, healthy eating habits and exercising? What are perhaps some exercises that we can do to keep ourselves sound and happy and healthy without waiting to a breaking point?
Well, I would say that there's many treatment options available, and those include healthy living and wellness and exercise and diet holistically. But then I think the most effective evidence-based treatments are medicine and types of therapy, cognitive therapy, doing things cognitively, like Kent was talking about, like grabbing that ball in 495 traffic, making yourself get up out of bed even when you don't want to, and then you retrain your brain.
That's a real struggle for a lot of people. Yeah. It's those first few minutes in the mornings or even in the evenings of you just can't pull yourself to get out of bed and go. Right,
and I think the key basis of that is making sure that you're treated. If you have a chemical imbalance in your brain, then you probably need some type of medicine to help with that anxiety and depression. And then therapy helps in addition to that, and that can be permanent help through therapy and retraining the brain. And then you look at wellness, like we were talking about, exercise, diet, those type of things.
All right, stay with us. We're coming back with more Viewpoint after this break.
Here's the perfect way to end the year. The final days of the Ford Holiday Sales Event. Get 0% financing for 60 months on 2015 F-150 and Focus and 2016 Fusion and Escape. Plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash on 2015 Focus and 2016 Fusion and Escape. And no payments for 90 days. Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash on select vehicles. Plus, get an additional $750 trade assist cash on Focus. Hurry and soon.
Welcome to new Priority Nissan and Priority Mazda at Tyson's Corner, where you get priorities for life with every new car and truck, oil and filter changes, and state inspections for life, and your engine guaranteed for life. Great prices, unprecedented customer service, and free manicures on Wednesdays for service customers. Now 4 places where you can have it all. Priority Toyota Scion Springfield, Priority Nissan Chantilly, the new Priority Nissan, Priority Mazda at Tyson's Corner, all at PriorityAuto.com.
Okay, we're here. There's Dad, Mom, the twins, Aunt Alice.
You didn't tell me Aunt Alice was coming.
Of course.
Don't forget Grandpa. Can the test drive be over now? Maybe just head back to the dealership.
Don't you want to meet my family?
Yep, totally.
It's practically yours, but we still need your signature. The Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event. 0 do-it signing, 0 down, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on a new Jetta and other select models.
We're going to need more valets.
Join the Dodge side. The year-end blockbuster sales event ends January 4th. Star Wars in theaters now. Well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2015 Durango SXT with all-wheel drive for $269 a month.
Welcome back to Viewpoint. We are talking about changing minds at the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo. So for the individuals that have been watching us this morning and saying, you know what, I really need to see somebody, I've got some questions to ask them about mental health. Where will you all be situated in the expo? Where can they find you to ask questions?
Well, we'll be at the Changing Minds Pavilion. You'll see a big banner there, a big table where we'll have advertised for Adventist Behavioral Health. So please come and see us. We have plenty of people there both Saturday and Sunday. And folks will be there on site to answer any questions you have about who and what we are and what we do.
I think it takes a lot of boldness for folks to come and even just approach you. So is there some type of advice that you would give them about coming unafraid, just really coming honestly?
Yeah, I would say it's a safe place. You know, it's okay. We get it. Our volunteers that will be out at the AFSP table with Adventists and NBC, they have struggled themselves. They have lost loved ones. They have seen others struggle, and they work with people across the board. And we have mental health professionals on our team.
So we're coming to somebody that gets it, that understands it, that's not going to point a finger, that's not going to,
There's no judgment, no stigma.
No. And we're going to be roaming about, too. So we might see people who might kind of on the fence that don't want to come. They might want to come. So we're definitely going to be available to those individuals as well. We're not just going to be sitting there. We're going to be kind of walking around, working the floor, making sure that we reach out to all.
Gentlemen, are we seeing any types of trends as it pertains to mental health illness? I mean, is it solely young, old, black, white? Who does this affect?
Well, I would say, you know, one of the things we like to say at AFSP is that suicide and mental health, mental illness don't discriminate. It runs the gamut across the board. Yes, there's higher rates in different communities. You look at Native Americans, and they have one of the highest rates in the country, and that's some socioeconomic things, many things that come together to create those situations. But then you do have other areas, like with the military population, where there's PTSD and things that are factors there where we need to intervene and be working with our military and veterans to get them the right treatment.
Kenton, you were just mentioning that a population that you all are starting to see really a lot of, and the impacts of social media is really a younger generation. How is it that social media is playing that strong of a role?
Well, absolutely. My campus is at Tacoma Park, Maryland, and we're close proximics to University of Maryland. And we are seeing a lot of young people who lack coping skills. So a Facebook taunt, bullying becomes more than a taunt. It becomes an issue for them, a suicidal gesture or threat. We see people who don't have the coping skills when relationships fail from the university campus, and so they come to our inpatient unit for help. And we see a lot of young people just needing support, understanding how to cope with life when things go wrong. So that's a trend for us, and definitely we are meeting those needs of the community.
And
Ryan, is there a particular population that you all are seeing?
Right, and we actually, one of our largest campus walks out of the darkness walks in the country in the spring is at the University of Maryland College Park, and they're a great partner with us. But it's the second leading cause of death for high school and college students is suicide. And at the same time, that generation seems to be more willing to talk about this. They're seeing their friends struggling, and they're wanting to get the word out there. They're wanting to destigmatize it. And so I think from that perspective, there's some hope out there with this, and that's what we want to get out is to bring hope to those affected by suicide and to save lives at those core groups that need it.
And that's what we hope that we'll be on the road to at the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo, and we hope that you'll join us there January 9th and 10th. We'll be back with more Viewpoint.
When does driving matter most? Finding your new favorite road? Or when just taking a drive turns into a drive for good? This holiday, take a test drive during a Mazda Drive for Good event, and we'll give back an hour of our time to local causes. Buy any new Mazda, and we'll donate to St. Jude or a charity you choose. Because driving matters most when you're driving for good.
Who coined the term side bread? Because there's nothing side about this bread. It may look like the moon, but it's the star of the show. Unleash the power of dough. Give it a pop. That sound, like nails on a chalkboard. But listen to this. That's a different kind of sound. The sound of the weekend. Unleash the power of dough. Give it a pop.
Obviously can't fit this under a tree.
How are you going to hide this?
We asked real people what they thought of Chevy's holiday deals.
That's awesome. I like it.
I love it.
That's a really good deal.
Holiday gift, Christmas gift. This would be the best any gift. Bar none.
Can I have the keys?
Wrap up the deals and wrap up the year in a new Chevy.
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this Chevy Malibu Limited LT for around $179 a month. Or find your holiday bonus tag and get $3,000 total cash allowance on select Chevy Malibu Limited LT vehicles in stock.
We're working for you at the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo.
Come to the Expo and register for a chance to win a 3-night trip for 4 to Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll experience the action, thrills, and excitement of 2 amazing theme parks. Enjoy unique dining and entertainment, and stay on site at Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort. Vacation like you mean it at Universal Orlando Resort.
Join us at the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo January 9th and 10th at the Washington Convention Center.
We're back here on Viewpoint talking about changing minds specifically this year at the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo, January 9th and 10th, and we so hope that you'll join us. And joining me this morning, Kent, I want to continue with you because we're talking about people really getting some help, but your help doesn't just stop at the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo. You all are big partners in the community. So Kent is the Executive Director of Behavioral Health Services with Adventist Healthcare. So tell me how people can access that help in the community, the types of resources that you all offer in the community.
So first thing I wanted to say is that Adventist Healthcare Behavioral and Wellness Services, we offer inpatient, outpatient wellness clinics. But if a person, let's say, has a need where they're suicidal, they want to hurt themselves, and they have no way of no hope, they would call 911, call their doctor, and present it to the emergency department.
This is not something that you should wait on. You need to pick up the phone and call somebody.
You got to call, right. And if you call, and you come to our emergency department, for instance, we have a team of specially trained clinicians. It's a needs assessment team that will see that person and put them in a place where they need treatment. Is it the inpatient unit? Is it an outpatient service? Is it a maintenance clinic, wellness checkup? Whatever that person needs, that team is trained to assess them and provide them top-level care that they need to stabilize them wherever they are.
Well, I think when people hear call 911, go to an emergency clinic, people think, well, that's really serious, and I should only do that if it really is an emergency, and I just don't know how to gauge this. I don't know if this is an emergency. I don't know if I really should pick up the phone. Ryan, what are those warning signs that people need to keep top of mind?
Well, I always err on the side of caution. You know, if you are experiencing suicidal ideation or worried about someone who is, then you have good reason to worry. And so I would always err on that side of caution. But, if there are changes in someone's eating habits, in their sleeping habits, their appetite, if they have sudden erratic behavior or sudden increase in alcohol or drug abuse, those are things to really look at and make sure that people are getting help. And, it's better to err on that side of caution and have that person around once they've gotten a good health evaluation than to not and to lose someone to what is an illness. And so I think it's important for us to make sure that people have access to whether it's their local primary care physician or calling 911 or calling the crisis number, which is 1-800-273-TALK. That's 8255-TALK, and that's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Okay. Ken, is there something that you wanted to add?
Absolutely. The number that we have, if anyone has a question about a mental health issue, is 1-301-891-5346. They can call that number. I have skilled folks that can help them, guide them to where they need to be. May not be as serious as an inpatient, but they may need some support, or they may need resources, and that number will provide them that level of help that they need.
Just a phone call can really go a long ways to be able to talk to somebody that knows how to deal with the situation.
And it's the same thing if you look up the crisis number or crisis chat. Those are places you can go if you're just concerned about someone. You don't have to, or worried about yourself. You don't have to be in immediate crisis. They're there to ask questions in all of these different situations. So it's important for people to have the dialogue.
Right, and to make sure that things don't have to get out of hand before you reach out and say, I need some help, whether it's for myself or it's for a friend of mine, right?
And you can also go to AFSP.org, and on AFSP.org we have a lot of resources for those who have lost loved ones and are struggling, but as well as those who might be struggling themselves.
All right. Kent Alford with Adventist Healthcare and Ryan Newcomb with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. They and their colleagues will be at the Changing Minds Pavilion during the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo. Again, that is January 9th and 10th. And we hope that you'll come out, not just for exercise and eating habits and so forth, but mental health is just as important as your overall health. And we hope to see you at the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo. Thanks for joining us on this Viewpoint.
There's still time to get in. Get bonus cash now at Nissan's holiday event.
For a limited time, choose Sentra and save up to $2,500.
Get in before it's over.
The Big Screen Store. It's game on. Get a 65-inch Samsung Smart LED HD TV for just $9.99. Plus, you get free delivery. Wow. The Big Screen Store. Locations in Maryland and Virginia.
The Heartland Globetrotters.
This is where you won't believe becomes you'll never forget.
4 games at Verizon Center and Eagle Bank Arena, Friday, March 18th through Sunday, March 20th.
It's the holidays, which means a house full of people who all want to get online. So hurry and get Verizon Fios. Only Fios has the fastest internet and Wi-Fi available, with speeds from 50 to 500 megs. And right now, for only $79.99 a month online, you get 50 meg Fios internet, TV, and phone for your first year. Plus, with a 2-year agreement, Fios gives you $400 back and all the premium movie channels for a year. So go online or call now for this great offer. Get out of the past. Get Fios.
It's the year-end blowout sale at Mattress Discounters. Save big on Sealy, Serta I-Series, Tempur-Pedic, and more. Get weekend doorbuster deals on spring air sets starting at just $57 each piece. Up to half off adjustable bases and a free box spring with any Sealy or Sealy Posturepedic mattress. Plus, buy any mattress set and get 2 jumbo pillows for 99 cents. Or buy any Tempur-Pedic set and get 2 free Tempur-Pedic pillows, plus a $100 gift card.
Now through January 14th, start your new year judgment-free when you join Planet Fitness for just $10 down, $10 a month with no commitment. Seriously, just $10 down, $10 a month gets you free unlimited fitness training and more. Honestly, like a lot more for only $10 down, $10 a month. And with over 1,000 clubs, most of which are open 24 hours, you can work out pretty much whenever you want. All in a judgment-free zone and all for just $10 down, $10 a month with no commitment when you join by Thursday, January 14th in club or online at planetfitness.com.
This is the best block of all. Looks like Candy Cane Lane.
I know.
Oh, holiday Ferris wheel.
I kind of love it. Look at those reindeer.
Jeffrey, you're awfully quiet back there.
I was just thinking, maybe it's time we finish this test drive and head back to the dealership.
That is so Jeffrey.
So Jeffrey.
Oh, elves.
It's practically yours, but we still need your signature. The